So, thank you. That was a really good answer. So, I just want to continue on the same theme. So, do you think that socializing with different races and cultures in high school helped you to reduce bias? If so,
Definitely.
Can you give me an example?
Definitely. Well, the one was the neighborhoods. Like I felt, like I mentioned before, I felt like people only live in Upper Manhattan. Like downtown for me were business and maybe white people. That was my bias.
Mm-hmm.
And here I have my really good high school friend, Puerto Rican background. They lived all their life in Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have never guessed that until I was exposed to that. Then I had some friends that were also Jamaican, and that was the first time I was going into different culture, into their homes.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I met my friends and would hang out with them, and then see that. I'm like, wait, we cook chicken the same way, you know, the spice is a little more intense, a little different. I'm like, I do the same way, and that was the first time I'm experiencing something Spanish. And then their parents, that was the first time that my parents kind of interacted with parents of different culture. You know, we lived up here close to Washington Heights. Most of the parents were Dominican. Most of my parents' friends were Dominican, and those are the parents that my parents dealt with. My father dealt with. So when we were in high school, we had parent-teacher night, and some of the parents wanted to meet my dad because they wanted to know where the children were hanging out. That was my father had to I had to translate for him. He didn't speak English, and that was the first time for him dealing with different parents and different cultures. So we were both exposed.
Oh, so school was a good
medium.
Like, yeah, it was a good medium for you to like branch out, and then in school you was able to go to other homes,
yes,
and see other cultures and get a first hand.
Exactly, like what's going on in someone else's home that is not Dominican. Because I knew that, I know that, but it was very hard for me to have friends. Not hard for me, but I wasn't exposed to it until I was mid-teens and so that's a good thing.
Great.